in Numbers 24:15-17. He's talking about how he has knowledge of the Most High. And then he talks about this one person. He says, I see him, but not now. I behold him, but he is not near, but not near. And then he says, a star shall come out of Jacob. Jacob is also Israel. A star shall come out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel. There is an announcement then, therefore, of this king who is going to come, who has this star, where his star will rise and he will be great. He will be known from around the world. Beyond this, we don't get a lot of information then about when that's going to happen or how it takes place. But when we see that overlapped with the story of the star that shows where the Messiah is, we see these wise men who come and to worship this king. What we do know here is that God has great news and that it's for all people. God has a purpose here to reveal himself even to the Gentiles. So who were these kings? Who were these three kings that we talk about? Who were these Magi who would come? There's a lot of conversation and discussion around this, and I just want to maybe give you a little bit of insight as to something that was that has been revealed more recently. So a lot of times people believe that they come from great distances. Sometimes, even in when we sing the song, we say where they're from the Orient. Maybe they came all the way from China. Maybe they came all the way from the area of Babylon or the Arabian, or maybe, that we have all these pictures. There's a gentleman by the name of Dwight Longnecker, and he wrote a book called The Mystery of the Magi, and he looks at some of the information that we've discovered more recently. There's a group of people called the Nabateans. They are in an area, if you've ever been to the Middle East or if you know anything about that, there's an area called Petra. And Petra at this time is actually fairly close to where Israel is. It's not too far away. It's actually a neighboring country. It would be about an 80-hour walk, which I don't know if you've ever had to walk 80 hours, but it sounds like it would be at least long enough that they're coming from a distance. It's not like they're really close. It's about an 80-hour walk for them if they were going to come. The reason why he makes the argument that he thinks that they were from the Nabatean Empire was that just before Jesus comes, King Herod and their king, Herod the Great, actually have a couple of battles and wars. And at this time, Herod is the one who is actually defeated the Nabateans. So there is this idea here where if they saw that there was this new star in the sky and that there was a king who was being born king of the Jews, they would need to bring tribute. And how do you bring tribute? You bring tribute by bringing gifts, like gold and frankincense and myrrh, which kind of ties together that idea of them having to bring gifts, which is why they go to Herod the Great's palace, which is why they then are looking for the king of the Jews to be born.